On this section of training, we're going to be spending some time for the loan associate talking about what are the specific things we're going to measure and your metrics, which is a really big deal here as we focus on this. So the performance metrics are going to fall into several different categories. The first one is touches, inquiries, qualified leads, and then closed or cut off deals. So let me walk through those a little bit. Touches are what you're going to be doing daily. These are activities you will be a part of in order to generate new opportunities. So touch points, as we define, as any email, face-to-face coffee, lunch, phone call, with the intention of generating leads. That's a touch point. So just definitionally, and I'll just tell you right off the bat that direct contact physically or on the phone is so much more effective. In fact, it's almost double the effectiveness. We just recently did some studies on this. So literally talking to a person is double the opportunity for you to get a new opportunity, a new inquiry, I should say. So touch points defined will be one that we'll be measuring every week. Inquiries is any verbal or in writing of an opportunity which has not met our mind process. So anybody who makes any request, hey, I'm thinking about buying a property, or I'm under contract, or I'm looking to refinance, whether that's directly or indirectly from the end user, the end buyer, or borrower, I should say, that is constituted as an inquiry. And then you'll understand why as well here soon. So that's really important because we're going to log that. Qualified leads. In fact, on the inquiries, there's also something that goes hand in glove, which is a tickler. An inquiry for us is really something that you log every inquiry in, but it could get kicked out from an inquiry to a tickler if you don't start collecting information within a week's time from the borrower. So that's just a really big deal to understand. Every inquiry gets logged in the system, but if it's not collecting information within a week, it kicks out to a tickler, which is just kind of a follow-up in the database that you'll follow up either weekly, monthly, quarterly, etc., based on some general criterion. And so that'll be another one that you'll focus on too, is just ticklers that you're going to follow up with on a daily basis. Qualified leads. So once it's met all of our minimum criteria of a mind process, and I'll talk about that at some point. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, but we do have a specific way that we vet out and disqualify, because we're really in the business of disqualifying. But these qualified leads meet our minimum criteria in order to see if they move to a qualified lead. Okay, so that's really important to understand, that you need to track qualified leads so you can start seeing your percentages. And then obviously you want to keep track of closed deals which are killed or cut off. Cut off meaning that it went down the process and then it just died off during the process. So we want to understand the specifics, and the reason why is because we cannot manage what we can't measure. So if there's some deals dying, we need to understand why. What happened? Was it our fault? Was it just something that was a fluke? Was it the lender's fault? It's really important for us to understand so we can go back and not blame people, but that we can grow from these things. Otherwise, you're just kind of running around like a chicken with your head cut off. So, anyways, those are the metrics that we measure here at Integrity Capital. That's part of our process, part of our system. So, looking forward to continuing down the process.